Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. To all my subscribers and viewers, I wish you a happy new year. I'll be starting off this year by unboxing the Emirates 777-300ER by Gemini Jets. First and foremost, I love the packaging. The bright red is so eye-catchy, and unlike the other Gemini Jets box, this one has Emirates branding all over it and I absolutely love it. I bought this model from Airplane Model Store in Singapore for approximately 140 Singapore dollars. Now let's get the model outside the box and have a first look. As a kid, one of my first international flights was on the Emirates 777, so I had to get this model in my collection. I have been patiently waiting for an Emirates 777 release by Gemini Jets without the Expo branding and logo, and now that it's finally here, I'm super excited, so let's begin. First and foremost, you have this wooden stand which is actually metallic but just has a wooden finish. It's a generic Gemini 200 stand used for all of their wide-body aircraft. Usually, I'm a bigger fan of the in-flight 200 777 mold, but the Gemini Jets one is great nonetheless. The landing gear comes in both the up and the down configuration. This gorgeous 777 is sandwiched between two styrofoam sheets. Let's gently get this aircraft out and admire all the details on this aircraft. Before I do an in-depth review of each side, let's flip the aircraft around and have a look at the details that come underneath this aircraft. Here you can see me attaching the magnetic landing gear of the aircraft. The underbelly has a lot of details including the flaps, the registration of the aircraft, the Emirates logo, lots of ports and antennas. Now I'm gonna take the aircraft and place it on my airport terminal parking bay mat. More details about this mat are in the description of this video. Despite how simple this paint scheme may seem, there's something very visually appealing about the Emirates livery. Now let's have a section by section look at the airplane model. Starting with the nose of the aircraft, here we have the radome and the detailed cockpit windows. Here we have the Boeing 777-300ER titles along with some pitot probes on the left side of the aircraft. Here we have the L1 passenger door with the Emirates logos and some more markings. And here we have the nose landing gear with the registration of the aircraft, the landing lights and the tires that move. Further along the length of the aircraft, here we have the Emirates title in English as well as Arabic in gold. Below that we have Emirates.com and some static ports. On top of the aircraft we have the red anti-collision or the beacon light. Now looking at the left midsection of the aircraft above the Emirates logo in Arabic, we have the Wi-Fi antenna dome. Here is the L3 passenger door. Here is the left GE90 engine along with the reverse thrust sleeves, the exhaust as well as the Emirates branding on the engine. For the aft section, here is the L4 passenger door along with the L5 passenger door. On top of the aircraft, we have some more antennas. At the bottom of the aircraft, we have some antennas and vents. Here is the outflow valve and here is the registration of the aircraft Alpha 6 Echo November Delta. Here is the horizontal stabilizer of the aircraft and here is the gorgeous Emirates livery. The tail section has a lot of details. Here we have the APU exhaust, which is not a sticker but an actual part of the mold. The rudder section is nicely marked out on the vertical stabilizer. Similarly, on the horizontal stabilizer, the elevators are very well highlighted. Now let's have a quick look at the right side of this airplane model. For this side, I'll only be talking about the major differences and not repeating the common areas. Here we have the forward cargo compartment door. As for the wing root, here we have the landing light markings as well as the ramp fan inlet door. I'll be showing you the engine details shortly. Here we have the access door markings for the fire extinguisher. Here are the triple bogie landing gear and the landing gear door. Behind the engine we have the engine exhaust. Here we have the leading edge slats of the aircraft wing and here we have the trailing edge flaps. As for the right aft section of the aircraft, there are two cargo doors, namely the aft cargo door as well as the bulk cargo door. The tail section has the markings for the APU inlet door as well as the navigation lights. Now we have the front view of the aircraft highlighting the nose of the aircraft, once again the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose landing gear as well as details of the engines, the two GE90 engines with each detailed fan blade. I believe each fan blade moves and spins as well. Now let's have a quick overview of the markings on top of the wing. Starting off with the overwing evacuation arrow marks, thereafter we have the markers for the main landing gear, thereafter we have the leading edge slats, the trailing edge flaps as well as more markings for the spoilers, ailerons, and on the wingtip we have the navigation light and the strobe light markings. Now here's the aircraft mounted on the stand. It looks absolutely gorgeous. When displayed with the landing gear down on the stand, you can also tilt the main landing gear, giving it a very realistic and accurate feel. Having owned a lot of 777s by In-Flight 200, I was a little skeptical about the 777 mold by Gemini Jets, but to my surprise, this model is absolutely stunning. The details are top notch and everything about the model is amazing. If you are looking to get an Emirates 777 in diecast, chances are you have not too many options available apart from the Gemini 200, which are the sole manufacturers of Emirates diecast models. Overall, the model is definitely a 10 on 10 except for small quality control issues such as the beacon light that is missing on this model. In conclusion, I would like to say that the Gemini 200 777 mold is at par with In-Flight 200 and it's a must-have. Let me know in the comments below whether you prefer the Gemini 200 or the In-Flight 200 777 mold. My next video is going to be the Qatari 777 that I'm going to unbox, which is by In-Flight 200. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.